David Wendell with Bushcraftonfire, and we're pleased to be with you for another video. Today I've got Tim Sloat with me. Tim, good to have you here, brother. And Tim stopped by for the weekend, thought we'd get a little dirt time in, and we thought while we were doing it, we'd invite you to join us and see what I'm teaching Tim. Kind of a great way to get some hands-on with us. So stay with us as we go through these videos and do different things. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to utilize some cedar. Now, cedar is a small tree up to a large tree that grows here in Missouri, and it's one of the best tinders that we have. So I'm going to teach Tim today how to use a magnifying lens to start a fire. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that, get Tim to get some fire going. But first, let me show you this cedar tree and how to process this bark. All right, we're standing by a cedar tree, and what I wanted to do was to take a small branch off of this to show you what cedar was. Tim, you'll see here that cedar has scales on it. It doesn't have needles like a pine tree. Okay, so these scales typify a cedar, western red cedar, eastern cedar, white cedar, juniper. They're all in the same family. And you'll notice that on the barks of these have a scaly bark as well. And one of the nice things about that bark is you can just come and slide a knife up here and take parts of that bark off. Now, we showed that on another video. This actually came from a dead cedar, so we've already got it. So we're not going to strip another tree, but this is the entire bark that came off that branch. So we're going to utilize this and show you how to make fire with a piece of wood. We're going to take this bark and we're going to simply break it. Okay, this is actually a little damp windstorm. We're going to break it, rub it in our hands. We're going to just roll it. And what we want to do is to get these fine fibers. When we roll this enough, I'll take this up to the camera and show. And that's what you want to do right there. That's right. Mash it up in your hands. And you guys can see these fibers in here. These fibers are the things that are going to catch fire when we put that magnifying glass on there. So we just keep rolling that, rubbing it, get it all mashed up. And we prepared one beforehand, so Tim will get that and show you what it looks like once it's rolled up there. There you go. Bring it in here so they can see the fibers. Right, exactly. Okay, so that's the fine fibers. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a small piece out of here, Tim, and we're going to roll that into a very tight ball. A secret to magnifying glass fire is to have a small coal, like you would if you were doing a bow drill or a hand drill, and that will spread inside. So I'm going to roll this up as hard as I can between my fingers. See, that's like a marble, and I'm going to set that right in the center of your pile there. Now what I want you to do is to take, and I'm going to let you do this, I'm going to show you where to focus it, but it'll catch really, really fast. Back up just a hair here into the sun. I want you to hold this so that we can focus the sun right onto that ball. Okay, we're going to use the shiny side down, and we're going to focus that right into that cedar bundle. You see how fast that starts smoking? Just that fast, it's already smoking. So go ahead and focus that in, hold it right in one place. You need to move your lens so you get the smallest, finest line that you can. Right, you want to point it toward the sun a little more maybe, and move it in and out. Move it in and out until you just get a fine point. There you go, right there. Very good. You see how that's smoking? So we'll catch that tinder bundle, that little pea, and we'll get that caught real good. And then what you do is go ahead and hold that up once it's caught well, and I think we've got a good coal in there, and gently blow through. I want you to blow my hand, basically. Blow straight into it, but blow through it. That's it. Nice and hard. Excellent. Give it a minute to breathe, and then blow again, nice and hard, straight through it. Very good. It's a little hot in there, so you want to be careful. make sure when you're blowing, folks, that you're only blowing air. You don't want to have a lot of moisture on this to dry it out, or I'm sorry, to wet it, put it out. Okay. So what we'll do here, let me see. You got a pretty blow. Nice and hard right through it. There you go. Relax, it's all good, and there you go. Fire. That quick. So there you've got a great way to start a fire anytime you have sun. In fact, with these Fresnel lenses, Tim, you can actually start a fire if it's overcast. Not if it's heavy clouds, but if it's overcast, you can still get a fire going with these. So there's a gift for you, brother. And got one method of fire making under you. This is called a renewable source of fire making, because that lens hopefully will never wear out in the bush. You're not using it like a char or like a lighter or a match, so it's renewable. So you have that available to you anytime. Good work. All right, well, Tim and I thought we'd go down into the bush, and I wanted to show you when I go into the bush how we really dress. Okay, so I've got my neck knives on here. I've got Joe Schilling's knife. I've got my tool man, a couple of extra knives, my tracker on the back, my anaconda on my side. Got down here in a pocket that I can't even reach into, my SAK. So we are prepared for an emergency. I actually think we're prepared for Armageddon. Seriously, it's a joke for Garth Holt, but love you, Garth. We're going to go down into the bush. We're going to do a little bit of tarp setup. So I'm going to show you how to make a snare out of some snare wires and a couple different things. So you ready, brother? Let's get down to the bush.